Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and as you can see, my lovely needy cat Europa has joined us for this evening. And I am here today with the Nightmare on Panning Street Project Pan update. Yes, this is several days late. Y'all know me, that just happens. This is being done in conjunction with the PANtastic ladies. I will link the creator and everybody doing this and the Facebook group for the PANtastic ladies down below. So, I have 6 empties this time, and I am rolling in the last 5 prompts. I will explain why I'm not rolling in the 6th one just yet when I get to it, but there is a good reason. So for everything that I finished the Tree Hut Coconut Lime Post Shave Soothing Mist. I already have another one. It was down to like here last time. I had like 1 use left. So that is done. On the 23rd, I finished, or I got as far as I could with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. I wish I could get another sharpen out of this, but the bottom twists now, and you guys know once it gets to that point, it's really hard to sharpen it. I will insert my paper progress here, and it looks like there's a lot left, but I do measure with the color pink portion on the bottom. So this is what's left of the pencil. And like I said, if it wasn't twisting, I would have gotten another sharpen out of it. I really would have, but not much I can do about that. Let's see. On the 19th, I finished the next 2 items actually. I'm very proud of this one. I finished my Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. It is done. I know, I shouldn't be that proud of it because it's not very big or anything like that, but I'm terrible at putting on lotion. And I put this in here because it's my favorite lotion and it's very easy for me to use. So the weight last time was 79.1 grams and just empty it is 43.3 grams. And I also finished on that day the Serum Kind Purple Cabbage Drop Serum. It was up to here last time, and I cannot get that little bit out to save my life at the bottom. Like, I even removed the stopper and everything. Like, it doesn't want to really suck too much up anymore. It barely even reaches it. And I did even set it upside down and pour it out at least one day. Like, that just, if you try to put it upside down, that seems to be just what sticks to the side. Trust me, I would love to get it out. On the 27th, yay, I finished this. This was 1 use, so it's just so messy that I don't want to deal with it. It is the Frank Body Coffee Scrub. It is empty, or at least as empty as I could get it. There's still like a little bit of product in there, but it's just like what's coating the bag. I hate these. And I have another one, not from this brand, that I have to use, and then I would never let another one stay in my house again. Anyways, the starting weight was 33.6 grams. The packaging is just 6.1. It has about 20 grams in it. So yeah, that sounds about right. And finally, this was a very easy finish. The Biofil Mandarin and Mint Bath Crystals. Just, 1 use, dumped it in the bath. And it was gone. Honestly, I didn't like this as much as I thought I would because I smelled it before I bought the whole kit. It was a holiday kit. But it went a little more perfumey in the bath that I really liked. So now I have to get through the rest of the thing. Other 7 or 6 products that I have because it was a 10-piece kit. But one of the pieces included was the basket that it came in because that's what they do. So yeah. And now for everything else that I still have in here. First, for the Omen, I have the Juvia's Place, the Mauve palette. I am wearing it today. I got my 3rd use out of it. So, I just have 3 more uses to go because I'm supposed to use each one of these 6 times. So, I don't know if I can knock this out in the next month, but I'm gonna try. I just have other stuff I need to work on that this is like a complete look on its own, so. While I can use all 6 shades at once, I figured out how. I can't pair this with anything else eyeshadow-wise, and I'm working on a lot of eyeshadows right now. And I'm rolling an eyeshadow in because I'm an idiot, but I would do my best. I will get it done in the next 2 months, but I kind of want to get it done in the next month, but we'll see. For Lost Boys, I have the Ulta face highlighting color stick. I will insert my paper progress. Its weight went from 21.5 to 20.9. I actually have really good progress in the last month, which gives me hope that I can finish it in 2 months. Well, that's with the plastic up, so that is all that I really have left, because I am certainly not going to dig in this when I'm done, because I don't have that kind of energy. But yeah, I've actually been using it occasionally all over my face rather than just on like my cheekbones to get like a little bit of a glowy primer thing going, and I think that is what's helping me finish this. And I know a lot of people that do that, so I don't feel like that's wasting it or anything of that nature. So if it's going on my face, it's not getting wasted, in my opinion. So let's see. I have to actually like really try to track things on here now, because most of this stuff is done. For Amityville Horror, I put in the Anastasia loose highlighter. I really want to get this used up, and I've just been mixing it into lotions. And because I started a new lotion this month, it was just a little mini, I got to use a little bit more of this. It went from 35.5 grams to 34.5 grams to 34.1. So not a lot, but I did use it a little bit. Let me see if I can get the sifter off without spilling it everywhere. That is what it looks like currently. Like, this is too dark for my face. I don't know why I got this. And then, you know, decided to stop supporting Anastasia after that, so now I have this big ass loose highlighter that I need to figure out a good use for. So into the lotions it goes. So hopefully, if I get this done by the end of the year, I'll be happy, because it might not get done by the end of this project, because it ends. October is in like 2 months, or I guess technically like, yeah, 2 months now. So I guess I technically have three months left, because if this had been on time, it would have updated at the end of July rather than the beginning of August. So I got a little more time, but there's some stuff in here I just kind of really want to knock out. For A Quiet Place, I have the NYX Pore Filler Targeted Stick. I'm not going to roll this up. It is loose from the bottom, and it tries to fall out every time that I do that. But I do have paper progress that I measured. I thought this was going to go a little faster, but I am rotating it with something else that's in a different project pan that ends on like basically the same day for my graveyard project pan. So I do think that I'll finish it by that point, but I think I'll finish both of them in the same month basically because I'm rotating them. For Rosemary's Baby, I have the Keys Soul Care Reviving Aura Mist. I started up here, and now I'm down to here, so in another probably 2 months this will be done. I'm not worried about it. I love me a good facial spray. That sounds kind of gross. Anyway, for Psycho, I have the Ulta Setting Spray. I started up here and shining a light like down into it because I can't see through it. It looks like it's about here. It's very light at this point, so I know I'll have this done by the end of August anyway, so I'm not that worried about it. I kind of wish that I had weighed that looking back on it, but it's okay. And finally, before I get into roll-ins, I have Jaws, and I rolled in the Jordana Eyeshadow in Aqua Dolce. I just want to use it 5 times, but I want to use it as a lid shade, not necessarily as like a liner shade. So with that caveat, I have only used it twice. I have started by actually using it as a lid shade with the little sponge dip applicator in here, actually. I've actually started to kind of like flatten the dip that's in here, because I had this in Child of the 80s last year for 20 uses, but like 15 of those uses were eyeliner. So I put a giant like crater into it, which is fine if that's how I want to use it, but just using it like that, it's going to take me forever to use it up. So I wanted to get 5 uses actually as like a lid shade. So small caveat that I put on it, but it's okay. So I got 3 uses to go. Now for everything that I'm rolling in, I'll talk about what the one prompt that I'm not rolling in just yet, because now that I'm doing my math right and realize that I'll have 2 months before at the next update when I'm going to try to find something better for this. It makes me feel a little bit better. But for Frankenstein, you're supposed to roll in a Franken product. I don't have anything currently that is a Franken product. Like I don't have a mixed together eyeshadow or something like that. Because Franken means when you you know, Frankenstein's monster, when you like mix things together to create a new product. Like if you don't like two eyeshadows, maybe if you mix them together, they might make a better color for you. For a bronzer or a blush or a highlighter, anything of that nature. You can mix two foundations together in like one bottle and that would be a Franken product. You get what I mean here. I don't have anything like that right now. And I usually do have one or two things hanging around that I've done that with. I rolled my last Franken eyeshadow into, what was it? This is PANtastic because it had the same prompt and I finished it in there. So I'm going to like kind of mess around with my eyeshadows that I'm panning right now a little bit. See if I can create a Franken eyeshadow and I'll come back at you next month with what I want to use for that. Anyways, for the rest of them, for Scream, a product that makes you scream with delight, I threw in a little mini I have of one of my favorite primers. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I am hoping that it hasn't like leaked through the bottom of the packaging because it kind of looks like it has. So I haven't marked it, but it's like right here, if you can possibly see, like that's where the little airless pump is. So I will mark it after this just to get an idea. We'll see how it actually works. I don't know, like that kind of freaks me out. But this is something that I can finish in like 4 to 5 uses. I'm not worried about finishing that at all. Next, for Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde, a duo or double-ended product. I had to kind of hunt for something because it was like, I have several double-ended eyeliners, but I'm working on enough eyeliners right now that I don't want to roll one in even for just like, you know, 5 or 10 uses. And then I found this. It is the Urban Decay Brow Endowed Color and Primer. So you got the primer on this side and the color on this side, but it is like a brow gel type product. So the brow gel I'm currently using is almost done. It's actually a clear one. So I don't typically fool much with colored brow like hold products. And I've never messed with any kind of like brow primer or anything of that nature. Usually what I do is I actually put eyeshadow primer in my eyebrows. Like when I use eyeshadow primer, I take it all the way up through my eyebrows. As long as it's not like, you know, a really shimmery one. So just that would look kind of odd, but this is in here to finish. We'll see how long it takes. For Get Out, a product you want to get out of your collection, I have a hair on my lip. I have the Maybelline City Mini palette with Shayla. Bought this several years ago. So this isn't for the whole palette, obviously. 3 months, we ain't got that kind of time. But I do want to work on this cream shade right here. In theory, my goal is to hit pan, but if I hit pan in like a month, I'm just gonna keep it in here and finish it. If it takes me like the whole time to hit pan, obviously, hitting pan is perfectly fine, but that is my goal. Technically to hit pan, but if I hit it in a month, we'll just keep it in to finish. The Exorcism of Emily Rose, something that makes you levitate on cloud 9. I chose this, an eyeshadow palette. I know, I set myself up for these things, but this is another one that I got a little bit stuck on. Anyway, this is the Artist Couture Ethereal Bloom palette. Now, I'm not too familiar with the eyeshadow formula yet, but I love this color story. Like, absolutely adore it. So, my goal is just to use this 5 times. Not each shade 5 times. Not even necessarily 5 whole looks with it, just 5 times. So, if I want to just use like this aqua shade right here, that is 1 use. If I make a whole look out of it, that is also just 1 use though. So, I just want to get a little bit more familiar with the eyeshadow formula, and I do really love this color story. And I love the packaging too, both because it's pretty and it actually like the mirror sits up on its own. So on the rare occasions that I do travel, I could just use this for my mirror. I do travel, it does happen. And finally, for Night of the Living Dead, something that wakes up your skin in the mornings, I chose, in theory, toners help really wake up my skin, especially ones that kind of slough off any remaining crap off my face from the night before. So I figured this was a good product for that. This is the Paula's Choice 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant. I do really like this. I've used it in the past. I wish I had a bigger size to put in here, but this is all that I have, so we're gonna go with it. It's just a little 10 milliliter product. I got it as a freebie from a Sephora order earlier this year, which I only made like 2 Sephora orders this year. I have spent almost no money at Sephora. I actually had to email them and cancel my Sephora flash shipping because I was like, I'm not using this stuff. It's not worth it. So anyways, this is the product. And that is it. For next time, I'm not sure what I'm gonna have done, if much. I'll have the Ulta done. I'll be honest, I'll probably have this done because I tend to default to that more often when I have it around or not. And hopefully I have at least this done. Like, as far as these two, it would probably only be one of them done. So one of these I will make sure are done by next month. And I can't roll anything else in but the one Franken product, just because I will have a Franken product for you guys by next month. Hopefully the next couple of days. I actually think to sit down, give myself time to kind of play with my eyeshadows a little bit and create something from there. But probably about 3 rollouts. Oh, right, this will be done. So 4 rollouts. Not that I necessarily need to like have everything be straight up done by next month. Just trying to make it a little bit smaller now because other than the Franken product, I don't have anything else to roll in. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. And hopefully we will see you later. Bye.